Hello everyone. Last week we talked about 1-point perspective. This week we are going to start working with 2-point. The main difference between 1 and 2-point perspective is that 2-point perspective has 2 vanishing points instead of 1. So we are going to start off easy by drawing 3 boxes using 2-point perspective. Please follow along and do this with me. You can pause the video whenever you may need to. You're going to need your sketchbook, a pencil, and a ruler or a straight edge. So make sure you have those things ready and get ready to follow along. So the first thing we are going to do is you're going to take your ruler. About halfway on your paper, we're going to draw our horizon line or our eye level all the way across our paper. Next thing I want you guys to do is you're going to draw your 2 vanishing points. We want to draw them as far apart as we possibly can, so we are going to actually put them right at the edge of our paper. So we're going to draw 1 vanishing point over here on the left and another one on the right. Vanishing point, vanishing point. All right, so the first thing we're going to draw is our middle box, just like the picture you see in the assignment. So we're going to, right in the middle of our paper, we're going to draw a vertical line on our horizon line. So half of it is above and half of it is below our horizon line. Next, we are going to line up our ruler with the bottom of that line and the right vanishing point. And we're just going to draw a dashed line all the way to our vanishing point. Okay, and we're going to do that on the top as well, and then on the left side. So now I'm going to do it on the left. Top and bottom. Now I want you guys to draw a line halfway between the vertical line you just drew in the middle of your paper and your right vanishing point. Just draw a vertical line to connect those dashed lines. I want you to do that on the left side as well, but put the line closer to that center line. And again, connect your dashed lines. Now what I want you to do is take your ruler, line it up with the dashed lines again, and connect your vertical lines with a solid line instead of a dashed line. And now we have drawn a box using 2-point perspective. You can erase the horizon line inside the box because this box is not see-through, so you wouldn't actually be able to see the horizon line there. So with 2-point, we now have 2 vanishing points we have to worry about. That center line that we just drew is our corner of our box, and that is what we are looking straight on at. So we have to make sure that from that center line, we always go on the left to the left vanishing point and on the right to the right vanishing point. So now we're going to do this 2 more times. We're going to draw a box above and a box below. So let's start with that box above. Line up your ruler with that center vertical line that you drew for the first box and draw another line above it. Draw it, leave a good space in between this box and that vertical line that you just drew. So again, this is the corner of our box. So we have to go to both vanishing points from this line. We're gonna go from the top and the bottom to the right and to the left. So follow along. Take your ruler, line it up with the top of that line and the right vanishing point, and draw your dashed line. Do the same thing from the bottom. Then we're going to do the same thing on the left side from the top and bottom of that vertical line. Okay, so now we got to draw the sides of the box again. And I want you guys to line up your ruler with the lines that you drew for the first box and connect those dashed lines. We want all the boxes to be the same size, so that is why I'm telling you to line it up with the vertical lines you drew the first time. Now you can go ahead and make your dashed line a solid line in between your vertical lines. So now this box doesn't look complete. It's missing something. Because this is above eye level at this point, you can actually see the bottom of the box. So we are not done with this box quite yet. So anything above eye level, you're gonna be able to see the bottom of. It's like if a box was floating in the air above your head. So what we're gonna do, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. We are gonna have to use our two vanishing points again to create the bottom of our box. With 1 point, you did not have to worry about that because you had vertical and horizontal lines. But with 2 point, you only have vertical and diagonal lines that go to your vanishing point. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to line my ruler up with the left corner of the box and the right vanishing point. And I'm going to draw my dashed lines just like I did before. Then I'm going to do the same thing from the right corner of the box, but to the left vanishing point. If I had tried to draw my line from the left corner to the left vanishing point, it would have just been that dashed line again. It would not have created the bottom of the box like it has at this point. Same with this side. If I tried to go to the right vanishing point from this right corner, it would just be that dashed line that I drew the first time. Would not create the bottom of the box. So now we can see where these lines intersect. This is going to be our back corner of the bottom of our box. So what we can do is fill in our dashed line with a solid line to that point. Do the same thing for the other one. Oops. And now we have the bottom of our box. We're going to do this one more time, and we're going to do it on the bottom box. We're going to line up our ruler with that center line again and draw a line below. Now, if you are comfortable not doing the dashed lines, you do not have to do them for this one. But if you still need the dashed lines, follow along. We're going to line our ruler up with the top and bottom of that vertical line and go to the right and left vanishing points. Everything you draw in 2 point perspective will always go to both vanishing points. Okay. So now I have my V shape, and what you need to do now is again draw those vertical lines to connect your dashed lines, but make sure your ruler's lined up with the two from the other boxes. So again, all the boxes are the same size. So now you can go ahead and connect your dashed line to a solid line. On both sides, top and bottom, in between your vertical lines. So again, this box looks a little funny. This is below eye level, so you're missing the top of your box this time. It's like if you were looking down on a box sitting on the floor. So we're gonna do the same thing that we did for the bottom of the box here, for the top of the box here. So again, line up your ruler with the left corner and the right vanishing point and draw your dashed line. Do the same thing from the right corner to the left vanishing point. And again, we can see where these lines intersect is right here. That's where the back corner of our box is gonna be. So now you can make your dashed line a solid line to that point. And then you have your 3 boxes. That is your basic intro to 2-point perspective. Make sure you write the definition for 2-point perspective somewhere on this page.